Yeah, good evening from Cambodia and good morning in US.
Yes. Thank you. How are you?
Good. And how about you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so we have questions for you.
May I have a question for you first?
I do.
Yeah, I want to know, did you go to temple for this traditional festival, Shumban?
Yes, I did. I went on Monday, and so I stayed for the whole.
What temple?
Ceremony.
What temple?
The temple is we call it the. What is the name of the temple? But it's the it's the new temple in Seattle.
New temples in Seattle.
Yes, and we have Venerable Soktevi.
Oh, right.
Also resides at the temple. Yes.
And how about the people coming to temple? Did you observe many people coming to temple, or just a very few?
It's few because due to COVID-19. Yes.
So it's still outbreak in US, or is a bit silent?
We still have it.
Outbreak, so sad.
Yes, still an outbreak.
Okay, well, welcome the question now.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you have the answer for me. Really? Why Khmer people celebrate Bon Pchumban?
Oh, why? So thank you. First, it is our tradition. Yeah, our Khmer tradition combined with Buddhism. So we now in Cambodia, Buddhism is the state religion in our national constitution. So we all have to abide and have to follow our tradition. So for Kanban and Chumban Day, I want to talk three main aspects that we all celebrate Kanban Day. The reason. So first one, to show our gratitude. So I think it's a very good tradition that Cambodian people always practice gratitude. You know, usually as a children we are grateful to our parents, right? It's not only for our parents but also for all people who are the Cambodian the same. And actually it's just not for the living people, the people who are alive, but for those who depart, I mean for those who have gone to another world, we also have the ceremony to show that we are grateful to them. Especially for Kanban and Chumban, we show our gratitude to our ancestor. We have our ancestor, our people who have devoted themselves for our nation, you know, built out a lot of temple to preserve our tradition and culture, that now we just heritage all of things that our ancestors have done a lot of things for us. So in this occasion we have to do something which to return, like to bring food to the monk, to temple, to dedicate the merit to our departed one, that they all are our ancestors. So this is a good thing that we do it traditionally, also with Buddhism as well. Traditionally, that we believe that our ancestors will receive our merit, and in Buddhism we have to go to temple so that we follow the way that Buddha mentioned, how to transfer, how to dedicate the merit to the departed one. You just do with the monks and with the virtuous person, and we dedicate that merit to our departed one. So this is the first thing. And the second thing, for the Kanban and Chumban, to show our unity. Unity and our solidarity, you know, because you know in 15 days many people come into temple, and even they live from far away from the family, you know, they come to their own hometown, and they bring some food and take turn as kanwen, you know, to support the monk in temple. It's not only the monk but for the people who you know, who live in the village, they go to temple and share the food together, and many things that they can do together. And especially on the last day that we say Pshumban, many people will join this ceremony, and they will smile, they will talk something which is good, and they will be happy with the family, to show our solidarity as Khmer and do something which is good for our nation. And this is the second. And the third, I think, is very good. The third one is why we celebrate Pshumban Day, because we want to preserve and maintain our tradition and culture. And we know that when our culture and tradition are alive, the nation will alive. If we lose it, the nation also will die. So we do it together to preserve our tradition and culture as Cambodian people. Thank you.
Much. Great insight. So it's a gratitude toward our ancestors, and also have the opportunity for Kanban, right? And
right.
So very, very, very beautiful explanations.
Right.
Thank you. Morals of Bon Pshumban, especially concerned with Mangala Sutta and
Parapava.
Can you give some examples for these suttas, please?
Thank you, Sakon. Especially concerning the Mangala Sutta and Parapava Sutta, especially Parapava Sutta alone, that the monks always recite loudly, loudly in temple, and especially every morning, every temple every morning. But some temple also too early morning, start from the 3 o'clock in the early morning. It's not supposed to do in this way. It should be at 4 or 5, because some people complain about it, and just it's something that we have to reconsider, And I want to elucidate a little bit about Mangala Sutta. What is Mangala Sutta? It is the discourse that we talk about the blessing, right? The Buddha talked about 38 blessings, starting from not associated with the fool. Parapava Sutta, this is the discourse talk about the cause of the downfall. In Khmer we say Het Nay Sik Day Vinia. The cause of the downfall, Het Nay Sik Day Vinia. We have 12. So I think many people understand already what are the 12 Parapava Sutta. But I think it's very important for everyone to take it in practical life, to apply it in our daily life, because it's very helpful for us. If we understand the cause of the downfall, and then we avoid it, and we know the way to make our life happy, that is Mangala Sutta. But I think our tradition mainly talk about Parapava Sutta only in the Kanban Day, not in general day usually. Even the monks themselves, myself, sometimes forget it, not to talk about Parapava Sutta. Just only in Kanban Day for 15 days, we talk about Parapava Sutta. They have that tradition in Kanban Day. It's very good, very good. But I encourage all Buddhist monks and all Cambodian people to think, to understand Parapava Sutta and in our daily life, because we now are committing, we now how to say, like abuse to all that Parapava Sutta. For example, drinking alcohol, drinking alcohol is the cause of the downfall that the Buddha mentioned in the 12 Parapava Sutta. So we now, everywhere, Cambodian people really enjoy it, that drinking alcohol, even know that is the damage of everything, but they really like it, and we want to change our habit, our society. So I think we have to think of the Buddha's teaching to know that, it is the Parapava Sutta, it is the cause of downfall. So we have to avoid it, and we have to do something which is more beneficial to society. Or sometimes we don't think of our society, but we have to think of ourselves. Just drinking alcohol, when you drive, maybe sometimes you got accident, you got accident for yourself, it's okay. But sometimes the people who are traveling along the way, along the road, they will also affect, also got traffic accident, the same to you as well. It's very, how to say, like, the great tragedy that we lost family, we lost resourceful person for our nation. So a lot of things that if we understand Parapava Sutta, and then we can change our society. That's why our tradition keep doing it in Kanbante. But as I mentioned earlier, we should not just hearing only in Kanbante, but for every day to understand Parapava Sutta and also Mangala Sutta. Thank you.
Baba Sutta is just only for Chumbande.
Not really. That's why I want to explain in this way that sometimes we only hearing monk chanting or talk about Parapava Sutta in Parapava Sutta. I think in Khmer is better, right? We say Parapava Sutta only in Chumbande. Actually, it's just not only in Chumbande, but also we have to take this Parapava Sutta to apply in our daily life every day. And I also encourage Buddhist monks not to talk about Parapava Sutta only in Chumbande. When we have any occasion, when we have time, like we have opportunity, when the people invite us for Dhamma talk, we also should talk about Parapava Sutta. What is the cause of the downfall? So we have to teach them, to avoid all those downfall and find out the way to develop happiness by Mangala Sutta for everyday daily life. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Sing Hai, what's your last message for us?
Yeah, thank you so much, and very happy Kanbante to Marabal TV, to Marabal Camera, to our beautiful moderator Sakoyan, and happy Kanbante to everyone who are watching our live show today. As I mentioned earlier, it is very special program that we do it in English, and we already done it in Khmer yesterday for Dhammika Live. And my last message for all of you, as I mentioned earlier about the meaning or the moral of Kanbante, we have to do three things. That is to show our gratitude, the first one, and the second, to have unity, to show our solidarity among Khmer and Khmer people, even living in Cambodia or live abroad. And the third is to maintain and to preserve our tradition and culture. So my message is that we should not show it only in this occasion, in this season, that is Kanbante and Chumbande, but we have to, preserve it, to have to do it in our daily life. So actually 15 days just kind of remind that the good thing we have to do. Sometimes we forget to do it, like to be grateful to our ancestors, to be grateful to our parents. We say living God. Living God is our most beautiful, priceless thing that we have, like our mother, our father, that who are alive. So we have to do something good for them, and they can understand about you that you are a good children. So you have to do it in our daily life. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.